This thing right here is letting all you ships know what cruiser mates talk about. You know, the finer things in life. Check it out. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the big show. I am your host, Jer. How is everybody doing? That's right, out of the middle of nowhere, a brand new unscheduled episode with a brand new guest. One that had somehow, how you say, slipped between the cracks, having taken some many days off after the no good, very bad stream from last weekend, where we managed a 45% win rate over 5 hours while I was feeling rejuvenated and thought, hey, let's check out some of these wacky legendary mods. And well, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming onto the big show for the very first time, the Tech Tree Tier 8 Pan-Asian Light Cruiser. Give it up for Sejong! That's right, Sejong. Not exactly the most popular cruiser out there, but having played it a fair amount these past couple days, I'm starting to ask myself, why? Because man, oh man, can you have some fun in this ship. And before we get into why, let me show you my party posse and modules that I'm using for this match. It is none other than Shin Chao Quan, aka the Dragon, along with his Drew Hill of Mikawa and Swirsky, but most importantly, we got ourselves a legendary torpedo mod. Would I recommend that? Probably not. I think the gun reload mod would suit you far better, but the torpedo reload module is far funnier if you like to live a vida loca. But what's the deal? What makes this ship so scandalous that makes it so other commanders can't handle it? Well, its torps hit like a truck. Truck. BB saying what? All night long. That right there is Sejong. Of course, it also has 12 127mm guns that have HE that will pin very few things, but have a decent chance to start fires. It's got very decent AA, as will become apparent this match, and that snazzy smokescreen that I am deploying right now. Technically, it has better armor than its predecessor, the Harbin. Technically, there is a small strip of side plating where if the moon and stars are aligned exactly right, you could bounce a 406mm shell. But overall, the name of the game is don't get seen, and if you are, don't get shot. You either finish with full health, or you don't finish the match. Them's the Pan-Asian Cruiser rules. And speaking of rules, I am up here supporting our destroyer, not only with my gun and torpedo threat, but also my AA, which is making it rather difficult for the Pobeda to do what they want, and also preventing the red team from pushing in, and that's what the Pan-Asian cruisers do well. They stop pushes, our guns start fires, and we flood areas with torps to the tune of 8 per side, with the ability to use a torpedo reload booster that will dial it up to 32 fish in the water at a time. The cooldown on that, though, is 4 minutes, which is rather astronomical, which means that there is very little reason to use fully packed. There's not even enough time in a match to use all 4, and 95% of the time you won't get to use 3 heals either, so refill station it is. Speaking of saying what are you doing, Fletcher? Well, I guess they'll provide spotting, but they're going after the red carrier, and that is really unfortunate, as is our teammates not getting on B, or contesting it, as is our CV pushed to the back of the map, as are the spawns with CVs when one side only gets 2 ships, and things are starting to feel stacked against us. However, I have secured this cap, and if the red team wants it, they will have to pry it from my cold, dead hands, and you know what? They are gonna try. Since we're getting close to being able to use it again here, let's show a more typical Sejong maneuver. The smoke screen on here, it's sort of a crawling smoke. It does have a long deployment time that means if you time things properly, you can do a full Death Blossom with the reload booster. And since we have one ship sunk already, the base alpha of the torpedoes is around 19,500. That means that should you find yourself with a Kraken, we're looking northwards of 23,000 per torp hit, along with the lower reload times from the torpedo mod, and you can begin to envision all the lulls to be had. So I am just flooding this area with torps. I'm going to drop them from one side, turn out while my smoke is still deploying, drop them from the other side, and then hit the reload booster and drop even more. I'm not going to quite be able to get all of them off, but that ends up being a good thing. Nonetheless, the way that we flood this area, these guys are in trouble. They may not realize it, but they are. There goes the reload booster. We're going to put down another 16 right here. And again, we're just flooding the area, but I can't quite get turned around fast enough to drop them off of the other side, but that's okay because we still have more ships over here to deal with. So since I'm still relatively safe, and now that our Fletcher is providing this much needed spotting, I can park in a position where I can start farming fires as well. So not only are these torpedoes super stealthy and hit pretty darn hard, they also have a very good chance to start floods, and we have made life a living hell for one of those Jean Barts, and we are going to make a living hell of a life for the other one as we start to just get the HE spam down range. Yeah, it looks like they do dodge all those torps, but yeah, they are having to slow up their ride. There's two fires. This Jean Bart obviously used their damage control, so if we can get some fires going on them, they too will be in pain. And I don't think they can quite shoot over this hill. That's my plan. If I can get two fires on that Jean Bart, that should be okay, could have been worse. If I can get two fires going on them, that should be the end. Oh, and there we go. There's two fires on them. That should be the end of them. Their damage control's got to have like, I don't know, a good 45 seconds left. And we all know that nobody uses the damage control mod because that would make too much sense. So, all right, second ship sunk. That means 10% bonus on the damage of our torps now. So we just need to get somewhere where we can get more torps down. But that Azure Lane, New Jersey. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's get the smoke down. Oh, okay. See? Jean Bart got their revenge. They just hit me with the Citadel there. And I don't know if this is just having a crazy fortunate fire starting chance, but we got a fire on the Azure Lane, New Jersey in the back there. So if I can get one more fire on them, that should be 3 ships sunk. Yes. And here comes a Vladivostok. So I technically have a 20% damage buff to my torpedoes right now, which is probably around 21,000 damage per torp. But, you know, clearly that Vladivostok does not have 21,000 in health. And I was thinking here, maybe I should just use AP. Maybe I should just shoot them one time because I would sink them. I'd shoot them right in the 32mm plating on their bow there and sink them, but I was like, you know what? Nah, let's just have fun. Let's just sink them this way. So there's our 4th ship sunk, and who's coming this way? The Jean Bart now wants revenge. But keep in mind, we have a 20% damage boost at this point. Now, the Rune over here definitely wants me, but they have to turn their guns over to shoot the Fletcher if they want to do anything about it, which means that I can back up and shoot them. So the Rune to my right, they just keep their guns pointed towards me just so I can't go back there and do it. But this Jean Bart, I don't know if they just forgot I was here or what, but man, say Zhang, let's do it. did say that they weren't too concerned with the legendary mods being OP because by the time you get a Kraken, the game's already over. I'm just not sure they meant like this. So there you go. 5 ships sank on the red team and our carrier at the back of the map. The Fletcher's gunning down this rune, but it's just going to be too little, too late. So rather than make you watch this, let's go ahead and jump to the scoreboard. 2,081 XP for a very good game and a loss, and a whole bunch of the blue team wondering why they can't make any silver. Anywho, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you have your cat ear headband at the ready for the introduction of Jinan, give this video a like. If you think being able to drop 40 torps on 5 battleships is broken, give this video a dislike. Questions, comments, leave them down below, and if you want to be here for the next one, think about hitting subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another, and we will talk